What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with another episode. Now, today's content is an increased focus on the Z Flip and the Z Fold series, which brings us to the how to repair process. Now, you may be here for one of two reasons. Unfortunately, your Z Flip or your Z Fold had a mechanical issue, or you're looking into this device and you want to know what to expect when things go wrong and how the repair process will be. Overall, you're just looking for a little bit of educational information. So my goal is to hopefully put your mind at ease by simplifying this process and sharing my experience. So my experience consists of two fold devices. First, we have the Z Fold4. That's actually what I'm using to record this content. And the cover display stopped responding to touch, so I had to send that device in. And then we have the Z Fold3. I held onto this for a backup, and of course, perfectly timed when I have to send the Z Fold4 in for repairs. The screen protector on the main display, that's going to be the display when you open the Z Fold, it started peeling, so now we're going to have to send that in for repairs as well. And this is to give you an idea of what you can expect with these devices. And it's also going to be a bit costly, unless your device is under warranty, of course. Now, in order for you to find the portion of the video you're most interested in, we've also included watermarks to identify each section. Now, this content is very controversial because you have a lot of people that are for folding devices and a lot of people against folding devices. So make sure you leave your questions or comments down below, and we'll have our awesome tech community answer, and I'll try to answer those questions and comments as well. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first tip I have here is, as tempting as it is, avoid third-party repair shops. Now, I don't want to mention names here, and I don't want to give these repair shops a bad name, but when it comes to folding devices, they are a bit more complicated than your regular glass slab phones. And the reason I recommend going to the actual dealer of your phone is because they have special tools and training, and I believe you're going to get the best repair experience. Just to give you an idea, for the Z Fold4 that we were talking about earlier, the cover display stopped responding to touch even though it would turn on. And I took it to one of these third-party repair shops to get it fixed under warranty. But when I got the device back, of course the display did work again, but I found that I had scratches on the phone now. And then on top of that, the display only worked for one day and then it stopped responding to touch again. But then the problem actually got worse. I started having that cover display flicker and turn pink. So I had to go to Samsung's repair service anyways. So this is just to help save you a little bit of time, a little bit of headache. I would send it in just to simplify the process and ensure that you're getting a better repair. Now, that being said, I didn't let anyone from Samsung know that I'll be recording this content or creating an episode, and that's going to give you the most authentic experience possible when it comes to this episode. Now, the first step is to actually initiate the repair process on a computer. You don't want to do this on your device because if for any reason you're asked for information about your device, you're going to have to look it up on that device if that's the only device you have, and you might lose connection or you might lose the page. So once in a browser, we're going to navigate to samsung.com/us/support/service/, and I'm going to put this down in the description below so you can find this easily as well and click on that link. And that's going to bring us to this page that you see here, Samsung Repair Services. This is the official gateway to getting your service initiated. So scrolling down, you can see that we're going to have request a repair, and this is the official gateway to the Samsung Repair Center. Now, there is another option here, find a service center. Be careful with this one. If you're close to a Samsung Repair Center, then an official Samsung Repair Center may show up. But this may also show third-party repair centers. And again, you don't want to go this route if possible. You want to get the best possible repair. So again, we're going to go to that request a repair option, and then we're going to tap on let's start underneath. So this is going to refresh the page. And the nice thing is that all our devices show up here. So you don't have to insert any information at this point on, which is good. You may have to be logged in here, of course, for it to know what devices you have. But again, for this tutorial, we're going to be working on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold3. And you can see that that's going to show up there in its own little tile. And within that tile, we have the option to request service. And we're going to click on that. And this is going to refresh the page, and it's going to ask us what's happening with your product. You can see that this process is very easy as long as you know the correct web page to get to. Now, again, with the Z Fold3, we have that peel-in screen protector that is on the main display. Again, that's the inside of the device. And I didn't see anything here for that. So we're going to scroll all the way down, and we're going to tap on other, and then we have an additional section here for additional information. I'm just going to put in here peel-in display protector for main display, and then we're going to tap continue underneath. Now we do have two options here. We have walk-in, schedule a walk-in appointment, and authorized Samsung location near you. Now again, be careful with this. Again, if you're not close to an actual Samsung repair center, this may recommend third-party options. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. If possible, go through Samsung. You're going to get the best experience possible. And I also like to say, if they do accidentally damage your device, maybe they scrape it up, or maybe they break it while repairing it even more, you're going to have the best luck at actually having someone held accountable versus a third-party option. That being said, we're going to select the mail-in option to the right. It says ship your device to the service center for repairs and get it back by mail. And before we go any further, I want to say that I had a really good experience with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold4 once I actually sent it to Samsung. I'm not sure if my device is actually an entirely new device. Again, that cover display, it was unresponsive to touch. But the thing about my device is I know I had a hairline scratch on the main display. Again, that's the big display when you unfold the phone. And I had some minor scratches on the chassis. And when I got my Z Fold4 back, it didn't have any scratches. So I don't know if it's an entirely refurbished unit or an entirely new unit. But something's different here. I believe it's an entirely new unit because it had all the plastic films that you would expect when you get a brand new device on. It was all on all the edges, and it just had a setup that looked new. So my device looked new. I don't know if maybe they broke something else along the way, or maybe they couldn't fix it. There was some mention of a part not being available and it was going to be delayed, so I'm not sure if that was something to take into consideration. But there was an issue that made them have to change the whole device, it seems. So anyways, we're going to select that mail-in option, and we have the option to tap on continue within that box. So here we are on the repair and payment page. We're going to tell you all about it. But I do like to compare the Z Fold4 and the Z Fold3 and the Z Flip to exotic sports cars. These look really nice. They're cutting edge, futuristic. They have the latest tech. And just as you can imagine that a Ferrari or a Lamborghini is expensive, these are too. And if you daily drive them, there may be expensive maintenance costs that go along with them. So if you're thinking about purchasing a Z Fold, a Z Flip, or even the upcoming Google Pixel Fold, keep that in mind. If you aren't one who doesn't enjoy unexpected maintenance costs or repairs, this device is not for you. And I have to be honest about it. It's a disclaimer because obviously I'm making this video. I had to repair the Z Fold4 and the Z Fold3. And it's part of my duty, a PSA, to let you know what's going on if you're going to get into these devices. And I take really good care of my devices, and this still happened to me. But anyways, let's review the page. If the service center receives your device and determines that a different repair is needed, you will receive an email to confirm any potential change in cost before any repairs are initiated. That's a plus. They're not going to just repair your device and then tell you, here's a fat bill, where's our money? This amount will be held on your card until your request has been fully completed. If the service center receives your device and determines that a different repair is needed, you'll receive an email to confirm any potential change in cost before any repairs are initiated. So it's kind of repeating the same thing here. But we have repair cost. Now, it looks like this doesn't include repairing the actual item. This is kind of like their flat rate fee. So you have a repair fee, it's $99. And underneath that, that's listed as the standard repair fee. Then you have tax. So you have a total of $107.17 without including the part. Now, the thing to keep in mind, the Z Fold3 is probably out of warranty. These normally only come with a 1-year warranty, which is lousy, by the way. But if you have a Z Fold4 and something happened, try to push for that warranty. You're probably easily under the 1 year still. You can get this waived. And then we're going to scroll down. We're going to have shipping information. Now, once you insert your shipping information, you have one of two shipping methods. The first method is the recommended one. It's UPS drop-off. We're going to read a little bit about that. It says a QR code will be emailed to you so that you can drop off your device at your nearest UPS store at no additional cost. Now, personally, I didn't try this route myself. I'm going to go with the route that I actually chose for the Z Fold4. We're going to be choosing that same route for the Z Fold3, and that is the prepaid shipping box. I love this option just because it's foolproof. You're not going to mess it up. And this just states a box included a pre-printed next day air shipping label will be sent to you within 2 business days. Package your product and drop it off at a UPS access point at no cost to you. So again, that's just a very foolproof means. You're not going to mess it up. I don't like messing around with expensive devices being sent in the mail. I want it to be as foolproof as possible so I don't mess it up and I get my device back. And then after shipping information, you're going to have payment. So you're going to insert all of this and then you'll tap submit. So now we're going to have the page refresh and the option to fill out a survey, which I've already done. And underneath the survey, we're going to have information about our device, so the Z Fold3 here. And it's going to tell us things like what the warranty for this device would be and when it ended. So that is it for today's episode. Now I'm thinking this is going to be a part of a series because we have to get that pre-labeled box. We have to put the Z Fold3 in it. We have to send it out. We need to talk about how long this process takes and how we get the device back. And this is a part of the whole experience to educate you if you are going through this. You may think you're going through this, or again, if you're looking into these devices and you want to know what to expect. If you enjoyed this content and found it useful, please leave a like. If you're watching on YouTube and have any questions or comments, as always, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now, there are 3 ways you can support the content. The first way is to click on the Amazon storefront link in the description below. There you'll find items that I have bought or would buy, and anything you buy from the storefront does support the content. The next way you can show your support is just by sharing this content with someone who might enjoy it or find it useful. And the last way you can show your support is just by clicking the subscribe button. Now, liking and subscribing are important because those are your ways to vote on whether you like the content. Liking and subscribing are also important for new viewers and listeners. If new viewers and listeners see likes and subscribers, they're going to think that the content is helpful, worth watching, and listening to. And as always, thanks for watching and may the universe flow in your favor. And until next time, Leon checking out.